Good morning everyone and welcome to today's IT class. Today we are going to start with the session 3, that is computer fundamentals. Now under this we are going to learn about computer, what computer comprises of, that is hardware and software. Then again what is software is all about, the different parts of hardware, and then different parts of CPU, under that the different sections of memory unit and all that. So let's start from the top. Computer. Computer, whenever has to work, it needs collaboration of both hardware and software. Without hardware or without software, a computer cannot work. What is software? Software is a collection of programs which is used to operate the system or through which the system can function properly. One of the most important software is OS, that is called operating system, without which a system cannot work. Next, if you come to the hardware section comprises of 3 units: input unit, processing unit, and the output unit. What are input units? Input units are the units which consist of those devices which are used to give instructions to the computer through the input devices. Now, if we talk about input devices, then what are the different input devices? We talk about input device, then I'd say keyboard, mouse, scanner. These are all input devices. So through these input devices, if we are giving any kind of instructions or information to the system, it goes through the input unit. Next is the output unit. What is output unit? The unit which gives us, or which is responsible to give us the output, an output through the output device. Now if we talk about output device, some common output devices are monitor, printer, speaker, etc. So these are all output devices. One of the important section of this is called processing unit. Now under this processing unit is mostly, we can say, responsible for the processing of the data whatever goes through the input devices. Now under processing unit it comes as a CPU. CPU is what? The central processing unit. Now this central processing unit is actually divided into 3 sections. The 3 sections are control unit CU, memory unit MU, and arithmetic logic unit ALU. Now, what is the function of the first unit, that is called control unit? Control unit is a unit which is responsible, or whose responsibility is to control each and every command goes to the computer through input devices. It controls each and every commands, and it decides that which command will go to which particular section and what commands are to be followed through which route. Next is arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit is, as the word itself says, arithmetic and logic. Means this unit is responsible for the calculation part. All the arithmetic kind of calculations or the logical kind of calculations, each and every calculation goes on under this section. The next one is called memory unit. Under memory unit is divided into the primary memory and the secondary memory. Now, with that, another one part is called secondary storage device. Now under this memory section, secondary storage devices means what? The devices which are used to store data in a outside way. Means the different kind of devices which are going to use is CD, DVD, Blu-ray. These are very high storage memory devices, secondary memory devices, or secondary, we can say, storage devices which are used to store the data and information. Now if we go to the primary storage devices, that is called RAM and ROM. Now what is this RAM and ROM is? We have discussed this RAM and ROM in another session earlier. So today we'll just recapitulate these topics. RAM is what? RAM is random access memory. And what is ROM? ROM is read-only memory. Now what is this random access memory and read-only memory? Now if I am going to explain you, it's a very simple topic and I would like to explain it as the RAM and ROM as. If suppose, I'll take the same example what I explained earlier also to make it more clear. If suppose I ask you to take two plain papers and in one paper you have to work with pen and another one paper you have to work with pencil. I ask you to draw a simple house here. So all of you have drawn two houses in two different pieces of paper, but one with a pen, another one with a pencil. Now what will happen is, when you finish your drawing, after that if I say that in this house just change the style of the roof, no need to be in this way, make it another one shape. So can it be possible to do the changes whatever the teacher asks in both the drawings? I would say here it is not possible, but here we can. Why? Because this is done with the pencil, and when this is done with the pencil, we can easily take help of an eraser and can change the way we want. But here what will happen is, either we have to use we can say whitener, or we have to overwrite it, which will not look good. It means here the modification cannot be done, and here modification can be done. It means wherever the modification can be done, it goes to random access memory, and wherever the modification cannot be done, it goes to read-only memory. Another one example, if you go to the computer lab and the teacher asks you to write one small paragraph on how you spent your yesterday or the last day. You have written a paragraph. At the end of the day, or maybe on the next day, again on the next computer class, the teacher asks you to do some kind of changes, make the particular specific kind of words highlight, or change the font color, change the font size. You can do or you cannot do. Yes, we can do the changes. So that goes to RAM. But when you go to the lab, when you sit in front of your personal system, when you switch on the system, some information comes on a black color screen with a white text. Those informations, if I ask you to change the font color or change the sentence how it appears, make it in your own words, can you do those changes? Absolutely not. We cannot do those changes. So those instructions goes to ROM, because we cannot. We only read those instructions, we can only go through those instructions, but we cannot change those instructions. So the changes where the changes are possible, that part goes to RAM, and where the changes are not possible, that part goes to ROM. So what we discussed all about today is how computer works, what it needs. It needs both hardware and software. Software works is a collective set of programs which is used to instruct the computer what to do and how to do. One of the most important software is the operating system. Next, what we discussed about hardware, the three sections of hardware, that is input, processing and output. It is the input device, it is the output device, what are the different input and output devices. Under CPU, what we discussed about the control unit, arithmetic logic unit and the memory unit. Now inside memory unit, we discussed about the secondary storage devices as well as the internal memory, which is divided again into two sections, that is called RAM and ROM, and what is the basic difference between RAM and ROM. So with this, I would like to wind up today's session. Feel free to ask if you have any doubts, students. Please go through the video carefully and try to answer the questions attached with the video. Thank you, everyone.